Someone came all the way from the States to be here to share with us. And so I would like to invite up our speaker who is coming up next, who has experience with central banking infrastructure, government and cloud adoption frameworks, telecoms. He's a CCIE. He has data center experience, dealing with modernization, moving with cloud migrations and all of that. But he's quite an interesting gentleman. Yesterday he had the time to share with the students, and today he's here to share with us as professionals. What I just encourage you to do is just open up your mind to be willing to learn and to be able to get some new insights. So I'd like you all to just join me in giving a round of applause as we welcome Mr. Eman Conde to share with us.
AI has been proven to impact a lot of sectors already. And we've heard the horror stories where, a lot of the call management places and call-in systems and even some of the support systems that go along with IT when you're calling in and starting a ticket, things like that, are coming from AI. They are making you more productive. And if you utilize it in a way that it continues to support the folks that work for you, they'll appreciate it. You're in a country here, and there's a young lady over here that I heard is supporting the cybersecurity for women. I would really like to talk to you. I really would. And I would like to carry that conversation over the social media, which is very important for anything you're doing out here. So, I come here and I've learned a lot from you. And I am very impressed by the idea that you're growing in a lot of sectors you're not mature in yet. I mean, in a lot of places like banking and finance and education and healthcare, you have standards, and you guys are creating them still now. You're writing them. You're creating environments and standards that you'll be sharing across your industry. And these things are very important as they develop. Now, one of the things that's happening is the demand for computing power is creating the demand for data centers. And across the US, we're finding that a lot of the American public are rejecting the whole idea of data centers being their next door neighbors. I live in Northern Virginia. There's 290 of them that are my neighbors. It's the largest concentration in the US of data centers. So one of the things that does keep me busy is working with these individuals. And the exposure to what they've been doing has been creating hubs of knowledge, hubs of productivity. And as you move in that direction, you have to do things like find out assessments of the kind of information you've got. How big is your data center? Do you need a data center? Is it just something you want to brag about? But the computing power you get from them and the measurement of the GPUs and things like that are things that the company that I'm working with now are doing all over the US. And so what I have tried to do, and I have done successfully occasionally, is to put together teams that are putting these advanced systems together. And I know the individuals, which is why I get a little cocky up here, is because I know who does it. I'm the dumbest guy in the room, in this room even. And the thing that has done to my career, which started in 1974, IT's been around a bit. They didn't call it IT back then, by the way. It has dragged me along a journey that I am so excited about. I'm a Star Trek kid. I always knew we could do anything. And I still feel that way. I really do. And now I'm seeing it materialize right before our eyes. So how does all of this fantasy and stuff make an impact in Uganda that's a positive thing? I think you could tell me, because those tools out there have actually been something you're aware of for a while. So how does a leader take all of this disruptive stuff and turn it into something that has an ROI, something you can measure? Those are the kinds of conversations I think need to be had very swiftly, because AI's advances can eclipse your company because of your competition. You have to do things like this. This conclave, I gotta say, Gideon, this is the most awesome thing. And I really appreciate the interactions we've had, because I've learned a lot from you. When it comes to your country, I was so delighted of the discovery of where you guys are and what's going on. And to me, this is someplace I'm returning to. Let me tell you, I made a commitment to the kids yesterday from the university that I'm going to follow a couple of hundred of them through their education, through their certifications, the things that they point at, and what's going to enhance their career. But I'm not stopping there. I'm not stopping until they get their first job. And that's my commitment to them. I appreciate that. But, you know, it's just something that I found myself in a strange place. A long time ago, in 1974, I started working in IT. And then things became so advanced that I was more interested in the people that were doing the work for me. So I started recruiting. But my approach was different because I became an agent of change. I'm called a CCIE agent, by the way. And I was very fortunate in using that term. What works in AI? You create agents. That's how you get your work done. That's how you separate things. And so it's drawn a lot of attention just by those words. But as I developed as a recruiter, I got pulled into Department of Defense top secret things and all kinds of projects that I was really amazed to be involved in. Today, I can look at the drone program from the US government that they're using as a military platform. And I put together a team of 9 CCIEs to work in Quantico, Virginia, a very top secret place. And they decided what that platform could do, and then there's so many new platforms now. I've been involved in larger scale projects where you're rolling out SD-WAN for the US Navy, $3.7 billion project. These kind of things have actually motivated me to start building teams in a different way. Make people aware of the tools they've got. Make people aware of the people around you that actually do the work. Because one of my commitments is in any involvement I have with any projects, we will always have journeymen in attendance, paid journeymen. And as we fill out our teams, I know the local talent because of the social media. I've actually helped a lot of Africans find new work and showed them tools on how to pursue those kinds of jobs. So as we start to flesh out how we're going to try to support some of your organizations, you know, we'd like to talk about some of our experience. In the US, we have supported the modernization of the Internal Revenue Service. I think you've got something equivalent to the IRS here, and to the Social Security Administration, and a couple of large healthcare concerns. Now, when we were listening to them talk here, they mentioned the fact that radiology in healthcare is an area that's quickly being consumed by AI. I have a sister-in-law for 30 years who's been a doctor of radiology. So I'm watching this happen real time. It's not accurate. It's not accurate yet. They can brag about it all they want. Without human oversight, they're still due to make mistakes. So AI isn't that good in healthcare yet. But drug manufacturing, way back in the 90s, I was involved in the Human Genome Project. That was an eye-opener. 20 of the 25 top biomeds and pharmaceuticals, I was providing the developers and the engineers that supported all the IT systems while we went through this. Today, we're parsing out that information. The way they dealt with COVID was completely solved through the Human Genome Project. And they approach healthcare in a different way because of it. So, you know, I'm really excited about IT today. And I'm really excited about the fact that I'm seeing something new. And that's why I'm making a commitment of $10 million to help support endeavors that will develop data centers. We're talking about sweat equity, the experts that have actually written and developed these solutions and technologies. Like the godfather of AI, I'm very fortunate to know these people. People like Jeff Doyle, who explained to everyone how TCP/IP works. Security with a guy named Scott Morris. He's one of those guys that, as a college student, no, as a high school student, had the FBI show up at his house and take away all of his hardware. Because he's a little kid, he's out there, you know, hacking the Department of Defense. They arrested him and then they hired him. as soon as he graduated. So these are the kinds of folks that have made a big impact in the IT arena and who I am proud to represent here and to bring along as folks that can mentor, that can develop and help you, evolve solutions around finance, healthcare, manufacturing, something big we've worked with, and government sector especially. Because what you've done by being such a young country is your services and support are bigger thresholds and larger challenges. And Uganda is 17. That's where all your energy comes from. That's your future. And I'm very proud to be in touch with the students here. In fact, yesterday I made a deal with one of the largest and most successful training institutes to partner up here in Uganda and to provide certifications for Cisco and a few of the other manufacturers in a way that doesn't cost anywhere near as much as it does for an individual. To go through certification training, one of you might have to spend $6,000. Those are American dollars. That's not cheap. But if you do it in a university setting, which is what I intend to do, you can offer it outside the university, not just to the students, but you can do it at a price that is much cheaper. And I'm still trying to land on it, but it's actually a university price. The students won't have to pay for it. So I'm here trying to work on some of these kinds of initiatives because I guess I don't have much else to do. But I am here before you, and I'm proud to be here. And if any of you want to pull us aside and chat about one of your plans, I can find individuals that can hop on the phone with you and just give you a quick, answer to this, answer to that, So if you find yourself in technical situations where an expert might help, I'm here. I'll leave you with my number. I'll leave you with their numbers. But the importance is to make an impact and to help nurture and grow your talent. Your children need a place to go. I worked this hard in the US because I wanted my children to have a place to go. So I am very proud of the fact that they are successful. And yours will be too. This is important. How do you compete on a world stage? By providing the most technical and influential students from your universities to go out there and challenge the establishment. And one of the things that you have is a chance to leapfrog. Everybody knows what everybody knows. And nothing is holding you back anymore. Like I said, there's no point of discovery. There's no more pain, just productivity. And these are the professionals I'd like to share with you. I really appreciate the time, and I thank you for this.